That's going to be a fun time. I might ask you who is speaking a time or two.
I can distinctly tell our voices apart when I listen to the sessions.
I am an idiot.
I think that was Alan.
Nope.
Damn it.
All right, so we're like I said.
I thought it was. I don't know.
It also makes sense to me that you know your voice from other people. That sounds like that's a real thing.
Well, no, because if I heard my voice in an audio, not knowing it was me, I would not know it was me.
I think that's Alan. I know that.
No, that's Daniel.
But it'll maybe it's just because we didn't see Daniel last week.
Could be.
I've forgotten the sound of your voice.
Alan is playing both characters, so I can see how it's confusing.
He has become Darrell.
I'm recording whenever you're ready.
We are just waiting on Jill. He just needs a minute, he said.
Yes.
And he's technically not late. You guys were just like hyper early.
Well, he is now.
Huh?
It's 6 o'clock. He's late now.
Yeah, this is way early for me.
Is there a time difference?
2 hours.
Okay, then.
So, usually I'm not getting ready to play till 7 o'clock, but it's only 5 p.m. now. Kind of loud.
The new atmosphere. I have to say, there will be no physical violence in real life, so none of the shenanigans.
Exactly 2 minutes. Look at you.
Look at me.
Oh, yeah, I listened to last session, by the way, and y'all, like, holy crap, guys.
What?
It was crazy.
Yep.
I haven't had
this
this
for an
much
anime.
fun.
That'd be that one episode where like, what is happening right
What
now?
the heck?
Like, we have totally lost the plot of this show for a second.
The longest session we ever had.
It was pretty on spot.
Was that the longest session we ever had? Yeah, I said that last week.
I'm pretty sure that it was the longest session we ever had. Like the only.
Oh, maybe.
Because I think the other longest one that we went was just past 3 hours. We've never went to 11:30 before.
Yeah. Well, we will not be doing that tonight. We'll definitely be going for pretty hard on the 2 hours.
6 a.m.
Yeah. We'll be keeping it as close as we can. Is today your last day with Alan then?
Yeah, so flying home tomorrow.
All right. Well.
But hey, you got power back.
Yeah.
Just found that out.
Oh, good.
Well, hopefully everything works. When we lost power at once, my whole fridge broke.
Oh.
Yeah.
My fridge is still under warranty, so.
Ah, well, sick.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to get started. Gabby, did you say that you needed a minute? You were talking, but then you muted yourself.
What?
Yeah, B.
I think.
Sorry. It was because for some reason my computer decided to randomly switch my sound to the computer speakers instead of my headphones.
Oh. Hello.
Don't know why, but yeah.
All right. So, when we last left off, we were standing in the middle of the town square, and this is your view.
Very.
Wrestling?
You've got a few people in the stocks and a handful of others milling about.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one.
Hold on, it's giving me.
Are they all wearing donkey heads?
Yeah,
They are.
those are the people in the stocks with the donkey heads.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's a child, yeah. Maybe two of them. The center and the far left.
Yep.
I don't agree with that.
That's wrong! Stop that!
Well, this place seems like a bunch of buzzkills. So we better not rock the boat.
Well, I would still very much like to find an inn. As I am very hurt.
All right. Do we wander around a little bit, looking for signs of an inn?
Can you
I
remind
would
me
if
of
I
the time?
wasn't locked. Ma'am?
You lost?
No, I'm locked. You put me in place. I'm frozen. I can't move. I'm anchored.
Oh no.
Are all of these
Did that-
kids in the
For
stocks?
everybody.
Are these all kids?
They are not all kids, but they are a few children. 2 of them.
Can I go look at them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the
I'm
attraction.
gonna try to distract freaking Myrtle, so that they don't see the children suffering.
They are particularly enamored with the large city. This is the largest place they've ever been to. Their only other point of reference is the village of Barovia, and you all know what that one looks like. So they are very easily distractible, especially with Irina giving you a hand and wrangling them. Sturg, why have we lost healths?
I got my health. I got beaten the shit out of.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I forget that the rings don't work properly
Yeah.
in jump
They work
gate.
depending on like where you zoom. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't see mine or Mallory's or Sturg's.
If you zoom out,
I
like
do
a
if I
certain bit, you'll see it
if
again.
you're all the way out, then I see it. But
I don't see it even when I'm all.
Just weird.
Well, when I'm all the way out, I see mine, but not. Oh, well, yeah. Now I
Yeah,
see
you have to
yours.
move your camera a bit.
Okay. Yeah. That's
yeah, it's
dumb.
it's a mess, but that's okay. It's all right. You approach, and as you near the hunched forms of the men, women, and children here, you hear faint whispering, quite a lot of whimpering from the children. But there's just like some small whispering from one of the women. Okay, shush.
Sorry to interrupt. I do not have control of Durrell.
Oh yeah. It was
Gotcha.
Strahd, wasn't it?
That makes sense since you are sharing a screen. I fixed it before session. There you go. Try now.
There we go.
Beautiful.
I'm just gonna say.
What do you just look at them in the stocks? In the
No,
bottom?
I'm gonna say. Hello.
There is some shuffling, though they can't exactly turn to look at you. And one of the villagers comes over urgently and whispers, "Stop that now! You're acting like barbarians!" And their eyes glance over to the guards who are posted not far away. "You'll bring trouble down on all of us. You don't know what they'll do if they catch you."
Why are these people locked up?
You cut out. What was that?
She asked, "Why are these people locked up?"
The man sniffs and, like, indignantly and takes a step back with his hands up as a small gesture of, like, warning. "This town has rules, and breaking them can get you worse than a few hours in the stocks."
Well, what did they do?
They did not mind their tongue.
They didn't
or their
mind.
fingers.
Oh, are they thieves?
I mostly speak to you and your overly eager sense of personality that I detect from you. You'd best keep your hands to yourself, or you will find yourself in a worse situation than clapped in chains in the town square.
Well, you're rude.
Call me rude if you'd like, but you will not think I am rude when I manage to save you from an unfortunate fate.
You don't even know me, so how dare you even assume to know what kind of person I am?
I don't have time for your petulance, girl. Get yourself into trouble or not. I care not. And he simply continues on his way.
Jerk.
Okay. The guards mentioned these rules, and does anyone have them written down somewhere for us?
Yes, actually, no, I didn't do all of them, but I know that we are only to refer to,
Blank
what's
as
his
the
face?
devil.
As the devil, yes.
Yeah. And like something about attending the thing
Oh, yeah,
that happens every week.
yeah, like the festival. There's a festival we have to attend that is
Oh
happening,
yeah.
what, tomorrow or tonight?
Bring the kids and all that.
Yeah, which
tomorrow.
I whispered to Navara, I'm a little bit unsteady about having to bring the kids.
So, question, because there is the thing about thieves' can't. It's supposed to be like riddles, right? Like, or you say something without actually saying something.
No, I believe that Thieves' Cant is more of a written language.
Is it?
And think like Skyrim Thieves Guild symbols. If that helps you,
that's
if you played
really
Skyrim, I think.
Red hand, blue dog, yellow duck.
that's inconvenient.
Yeah.
If it's just written.
Well, I mean, it does
Something-
say in conversation as well, but that does require you to be talking to somebody who does know what you're talking about.
Well, he just said that these people. Well, he didn't actually say that these people were thieves, but I was thinking if I tried, then maybe somebody could respond. But if they might get in trouble for talking back, so never mind.
Yeah, what if the guards heard you talking thieves' can too? Like, oh, you're a thief too? Well, get on here then.
That would assume they even know what thieves can't is.
Other guards a chance.
I mean, I guess.
Be careful! Don't die! Again!
What are you talking about? I didn't die.
Yeah, no, don't mind me.
Never
I'm
been
just
dead
hunched
before in my
over.
life.
Actually, does
What's
my character know that she's been dead by this point?
If
It's
you
never
think that's
come
a
up in
fair
conversation.
assumption.
Well, I know she knew the thing about the thing because of the dream and the cards reading, but I don't know if she knew
Right.
that she, you know.
I mean, it's up to you if she's PTS blocked that out, you know.
Well, the whole thing about being that what I am is that I don't remember any of that stuff.
Well, I mean like that you still have intellect,
Yeah.
and you know briefly what you know. Like you were here with people before, you were trying to leave, and then you all got caught by wolves. But that's the last thing that you remember. Blah 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 blah. So you remember that,
Yeah.
which I do believe you told everybody at the first meeting
I
when
did.
they picked you up.
But I think at that point she just assumed that she was the only survivor, that she didn't actually die.
If that's her assumption, that's her assumption.
But I'm trying to remember the... Oh, don't mind me. You can continue. I'm just trying to remember the reading.
So Navarro takes a step back and does not further
No,
finagle
yeah.
with the people.
She's curious, but,
Okay.
you know, there's nothing I can do about it right now.
Fair. Does Sturg continue to urge everybody to look for an inn?
I mean, he's just waiting for you to finish your business.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see this, but also we're new in town, and yeah, I'd rather not cause any trouble.
Yes, not with the children. We should hurry on to wherever we're going to go so that we can get to the church quickly.
Right. Then, yeah, I second the idea of us going out and finding an inn and get some rest.
Yeah, let's go, I guess.
So I noticed I have access to Freak and Myrtle's stats. Has Gleister noticed that Freak is quite curious, and
Yeah,
thus
definitely.
has advantage on perception, rather?
I mean, I don't know about he knows he has advantage on persuasion, but you definitely know that he's a very curious kid. He's probably asked you, "What's
sorry.
that? What's that? What's this? What's that do?" Like potentially 600 million times in the short period of time that you've had it.
I just want to establish further. So Gleister treats that like not just with like patience, but with gravity, as if he's like being addressed by an adult, basically. Like, good observation, son. And
Someone with amnesia who's relearning being a person for the first time.
but I have answers for all of his questions about things. I'd like to just look at him gravely and be like, "You've been looking around. Did you notice anything amiss?" And I was hoping I could roll a perception for him with advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
This has got thingy. Let's see if it works. No, I should have just manually done it with advantage, I guess. But still, wow, 21.
Yeah, not too bad.
What do you see, boy?
Jenny stuck in a whale. He looks around, and at first he's mostly interested in this big statue. You know, it's large and in charge. It's probably the main fixture of the square. But aside from the fountain, the other main fixture is the people in the stocks. And so he begins to fixate on them. And he says, "What's wrong with them? Why are they stuck there?"
They've been accused of some sort of crime. I don't know. These people around here seem to be, I don't know, rules crazy. I am skeptical of the charges, whatever they may be.
I didn't like being chained up when I was in a cage and locked in there. They shouldn't be like that. We should help them.
Your outrage is commendable, boy, but that's not the right time.
Okay. And he seems to have a hard time taking his eyes off of them, but he doesn't let go of you or run over there and cause a ruckus. He is not quite bold of confidence yet.
Shit, there's blood over there.
I need to have my speech with that boy.
Man-to-man talk.
Exactly. But I need this goddamn Tinker's tools.
Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna. Excuse me.
Nothing wrong.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, just so that, you know, because we're strangers here and we're not familiar with all of your rules and things, what did they do so that we can avoid ending up in the stocks like them?
They sort of look at each other, as you mentioned, being new in town, and you get the impression that they not necessarily are snubbing you, but they definitely don't want to waste their time on some random tourist, in their opinion. And so the guard who responds to you does it sort of flippantly, and his body language is kind of loose, and He's not like facing you, or he's barely even looking at you as he speaks. They ran their mouth about the wrong things to the wrong people. Our festivals are, well, they're a fixture for a reason, and to question the burgomaster is to insult him. Follow the law and there won't be any issue. Mind your business, there won't be any issue. Stop talking to me and there won't be any issue.
Gotcha. And then she kind of winks and then walks away.
You got it, big boy. Wink.
And then she comes back over and she whispers, okay, so basically, they didn't like the festival. They questioned the burgermeister about his rules, and that's why they're locked up. Also, leave the guards alone, because they are very cranky.
Well, if you are all done talking and looking, I would still very much like to find that inn.
Yeah,
I think I've
sure.
broken a few ribs.
Sure, big guy. But you brought it on yourself.
You should sleep in a dumpster.
No, you stole my axe.
If you hadn't picked up the axe in the first place.
It was a crazy, murderous, cursed axe, you son of a bitch. You know that. Don't pretend you don't know that.
All right. Not in public. Let's not do this in the middle of the street.
Gleister, watch what you say. I don't know if they're going to lock you up just for your tongue.
Gleister nods in agreement, and he says, I've become upset. I apologize.
All right.
You just pat his shoulder. We forgive you. It's okay.
Fucking dad Gleister's
So
dad move.
you guys go look
So
for an inn. I'm not tired, so if you don't mind, I'm going to go see if I can find a shop.
All means.
Okay.
I mean, I'm down for the inn for sure.
You still owe me an axe. Just so you know.
You owe us 2 pairs of manacles.
Maybe you shouldn't put it on me.
2 gold pieces apiece.
And 2 scrolls of remove curse.
What do you mean remove curse? That was cursed.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
You're here now, aren't you?
All right.
I am.
Navarra, you are blue.
Okay.
The rest of you follow the general direction of the stream of people.
Am I supposed to see something?
Yeah, we don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing.
Pitch black.
It's black.
That's how I was teaching earlier.
Black as my bum.
How about now?
Is that the whole town?
No. Oh, I see a
Nothing?
tiny.
It got a
There we
little
go.
bit. It got a little bit bigger.
Oh. I gotta
You
have
should
a
focus
circle.
thing. You should focus thing.
Yep.
Oh,
There we
Yeah.
Can we see?
I see now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So this is that's the path you followed. You guys came in at this gate at the east. You've made your way so far to the main hub of the town square. As you head to the inn, which is easy for you to tell where it is, there is a chimney up at the top, though there's no smoke that emanates from it, and it's a big 2-story wooden building with stone foundation, slightly aged, sagging tile roof, upon which you do see several perched ravens. There is a painted wooden sign that hangs above this larger than the rest of the area building, and on it depicts a blue waterfall.
Well, this looks classy.
Sorry, I was just revealing the path we already took.
Yes. Go ahead, Sturg.
Yuki. Sorry! Well, I don't care how fancy, yes. I just need a place to rest. I think I'm missing a few ribs.
And you step up the few stairs to the main door, reach for the handle, and you sort of collide with it as a door you expect to open does not.
Huh. That would explain why there's no smoke in the chimney.
So,
Windows are
how
closed.
do you think anyone would mind if I just ripped off the door?
Have you tried knocking?
We would all
You're
mind
here.
if you ripped up.
You can't tell me what to do.
You're right.
I'll break as many laws as I want to. I'll die doing it. But no,
I'm sorry, we're breaking down their door? Is what we're doing now?
no,
Okay, okay, all right.
no.
Hey, you
I'm
lead
not
the
that
way,
stupid yet. I guess he'll just look around for a guard. If not, he'll just slump down next to the door and just sit there. Because he is not doing anything today. He's tired.
There are, a few guards milling about. There are a few, like villagers walking around, that sort of thing.
You'll grunt. Walk towards some guards, and I guess just try and get their attention like, hey, is that an inn? Why isn't it open? If it's not open, where's the next inn?
You try to stop a few, but the first couple do that thing where they really just give you a sneer and don't pay attention to you. But after probably the third person you've stopped, this is the third person that you've stopped, they stop as well and manage to give you the time of day.
I'm gonna kill them without
They
full health.
look murder in the streets of Alaki.
Hey man,
They
don't ignore me.
gesture to the inn that you stand in front of. Well, the Blue Water's the only one we got, but they don't open until noon, so you got a couple of hours to kill.
Right. Oh no, what?
Listen for the bell tolls.
Would they bust us for vagrancy if we just started sleeping on the street?
There's plenty of alleys if it really suits you, but it's a great way to get your stuff stolen from you.
Strahd, go sleep in the alley. I'll watch it. Actually, no joke.
He just stares at you. You know what? He's gonna walk up to the door and just slouch down and just fall asleep at the door.
Okay. Well,
He's
Glycer
tired.
is
He's
going
done.
to dutifully stand watch and just make sure nobody messes with him or any animals come near him. Just standing there with my arms crossed like a bouncer.
I like
Okay.
nothing worth stealing.
Arena
So
can
we
watch
take a
the
little
children.
short rest then. Do the rest of you sort of populate the stairs as well, or do you go off to do your own things for an hour?
I will sleep too.
Just a pile of sleeping adventurers on the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yes, I
Don't
will
do
short
crazy.
rest as well.
I will also
Okay.
short rest.
All right.
Or
I don't think I'm doing anything that would prevent me from being able to, other than I'm not falling asleep.
That's no problem. Navarro, what kind of shop you looking for?
Definitely not not right now, but definitely not a general
Max.
store.
Not N-O-T, a general store?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want something better looking that would give me a good value on what I have. Or would look like gives me a good value.
What do you have?
A few things. I've got a jewelry box. for
Okay.
one. So maybe a jewelry store or accessory store.
Go ahead.
And then I've also got. Oh, that's pretty much it right now. Yeah.
A jewelry store then.
Yeah.
You tromp around the city. It really doesn't take you long to pretty much make your way around all of the main thoroughfare. But you don't seem to find anything that screams jeweler. But you do pass by two shops that you think are possible that you could do something with. You've got the Dusklight Supply Shop, which is a general store. And then you've got the tailor, which is the Beast's Rose.
What do I see in the windows of the general store?
Um, basic stuff, just like standard types of gear. Like spelunking stuff, candles, torches, lanterns, crowbars, just like your standard adventuring equipment. Just anything that like might be used to build houses or patch wagons. You can probably find it here.
Maybe I should try the tailor. Does the tailor look like it has nice stuff?
They display predominantly clothing. But on some of the more expensive pieces, there are some jewels, embroidered, things like that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
Let's try there.
You walk in, and there are no other customers. But there are two behind the L-shaped counter. One is a very large, monstrous man. He is a human, but he does stand nearly 7 feet tall and is quite bulky indeed.
Nice.
He also has like one of those resting caveman faces.
Gross.
And he just kind of like
Not nice.
when the door opens, he gives like a nice grunt. But as he sees you, he gives a smile, which is also a little bit unfortunate, and pats the woman on the shoulder, who, in contrast, is very short and petite and beautiful. Strange to see her in partnership with this creature. Look, Lottie, a customer. And the small woman turns and gives you a similarly kind smile and, oh, welcome. What can we do for you?
Hello. I was hoping you could take a look at some items and tell me if they're, well, I mean, they obviously look fairly valuable, but I was wondering if I could sell them to you, if it would interest you.
Oh, well, it's not our typical wear, but I think we could just take a look and see if it's something that we're interested in, right, Gilly? Whatever you say, Lottie. And he turns back and continues to package some sort of order.
Yes, I noticed a few of your mannequins had some jewelry pieces adorning them, so figured you were my best bet. And then she lays her thing on the counter and pulls out the jewelry box. That the silver with the gold filigree. And then turns it around and opens it up and shows off the gold rings and the platinum necklace.
Looking. Very well, let me take a look at these. Well, they're certainly very fine. Would you mind leaving these with us for a short while and then coming back so we have time to look into them, and appraise them?
Can I do an insight check?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can you leave all your stuff here so we can rob you blind? Thanks.
Oh, that's not very good.
She has a very sweet and slight demeanor. She definitely is not giving you any red flags, necessarily. She seems to be forthright.
I'm gonna do something for myself, because... I would really rather not. I could wait. I don't have anywhere else to go at the moment. If you want me to just
If
wait.
you don't mind waiting, I don't want to trouble you, but I just need a little bit of time to check them against some of my notes, and like I said, this is not our typical wear, and I don't profess to be an expert.
That's fair. Yeah, I can wait. My party is currently looking for a place to stay at the moment anyway, so I also...
It shouldn't take more than a few hours, 3 at the very most, but that's if I'm not being confident in my ability.
I do have something else that may interest you.
Oh?
Specifically because of your store. And I also pull out the green silk scarf. Or handkerchief, I should say. I guess.
Oh, how lovely. Wherever did you find it?
This is gonna sound kind of morbid, but, you know, on our travels here, it was not exactly, without danger. And unfortunately, we came across quite a few, accidents on the road to wolves and things, and this just happened to be on one of the wolves. I think it was on a werewolf, actually, that we slayed.
A werewolf?
Yes.
Wow.
My friends and I...
You certainly are an impressive adventurer.
Yes.
Yes, I certainly am impressive, ma'am.
And modest.
Well, it's a small bit of cloth, but it's lovely, and it's clearly of good make, and I suppose I could give you 10 gold pieces for it.
That sounds fair.
Right. Give me just a moment, and she sets it down, and she makes you a collection of small coins that equal out to the 10 gold pieces. Ends up handing you just like a bunch of silver and copper. There you are. If you'd like, we can give you a writ of sale, preemptively for your gems and such here, so that you feel more comfortable leaving them, or were you going to stay for a short while?
Well, no, if you can give me a proof of, like, ownership or something, the items, I would be more willing to leave them. I just, not from around here, and I would hate to lose them.
Of course.
Without getting paid.
Of course, I could say that I'm trustworthy till I'm blue in the face, but you don't know me from a brick in the wall.
Exactly.
Just one moment. And she takes out a piece of paper and she makes a detailed note of the items that you're giving her, and she signs it and she hands it over to you. Here you are, dear. Just check back in a few hours.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then
Okay.
I exit the shop. I also want to
Farewell.
gonna head over to the general store real quick and pop my head in.
Okay. So her shop is here.
Oh, where's the
That
general store?
is with a tailor shop. And the general store is
It's a big map.
right on over here. You're kind of staying in the main area. You probably see a collapsed pile of your friends snoring away on the stoop.
Yeah.
And then just the one standing there with his arms crossed, bouncing.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. The doorbell rings as you walk in. And as you do so, a woman looks up, barely, from behind the counter. And she sort of limply raises her wrist. Hello, welcome to the Dusklight Supply Shop. Let me know if you need anything.
You okay? Are you okay? Woman?
Oh, sorry, you cut out again. What was that?
She said, "Are you okay?"
Yes, I'm quite well, thank you. How
Okay.
may I help you?
Yes. I'm looking for some things that my party got damaged on the way here, so I need to replace. I'm looking for some manacles, and do you have any tinker's tools that I could buy, perhaps?
Well, somewhere in the city, Gleister
Perks
wounds.
up.
His
No,
dad senses are tingling.
Yeah, exactly. I do not carry tools. That is not my trade, but you could find both of these things not far from here. At the blacksmith. Easily.
All right. Can you point me in the direction?
Yes, it is just down the road.
All right. Well, thank you. Goodbye.
And down the road is more like across the street, sounds like right here.
Yeah. Navarro waves to them
Ding,
as
ding.
she's passing them in. Like,
And she's probably like sprightly. She's got like a spring in her step. Nice shopping trip. Mostly successful so far.
yeah.
You walk in and there's an old grizzled man with a scar over one eye and milky white of color on that side. He barely looks up to you, but one of the younger, more sprightly individuals pops up and says, "Welcome to Thimdall's Armaments. What can we do for you?"
I need a few things. I need 2 sets of manacles and some tinker tools to start. Do you have those things?
Yes. He gives you a kind of a strange look when you ask about the manacles, but he does in fact have them to offer. As
Tell me
well
you're
as
a bounty
the
hunter.
crystals.
We use them for hunting werewolves. My party and I are travelers, adventurers.
Oh, I see. Well, whatever your purpose is, it's no matter to me. Yes, we have both things. Was that all that you needed for today?
Do you have basic weapons? Nothing fancy.
Yes, we only sell light and medium armor and basic sort of weaponry. And as he mentions that they only sell light and medium armor, the old man perks up and he says, weapons, those are my specialty. I'm just not terribly gifted with armor. You won't find anything like Great Grimory's stuff. Not here.
All right. Well, how much are the manacles and the tools to start with? And then I'll let you know if I want a weapon.
Of course.
Is there any chance that we could have previously discussed the fact that we have those direwolf teeth? And, Gleister's probably been very obnoxious about the Tinker's Tools thing, because it's come up like 5 times already. And he probably was telling you about how he was going to make those into 10 crossbow bolts, because there's 20 of them. 10 crossbow bolts for Sister Nysa, and 10 arrows for Navarra. I have got the 12 crossbow bolts on me, because I have 40
I'm
in my
going to stop
quiver.
you right there.
Yes, go for it.
There is plenty of time for us to come back with you guys.
Okay.
I'm just getting basic stuff. Like a surprise
Okay.
present. Okay. Carry on, DM.
I think that you were asking me about something else. Oh, you asked how much everything costs.
Yeah.
It would be 76 gold pieces for all 3 items.
76. My goodness.
Tools are hardly cheap, ma'am.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be that much. I suppose I could talk you down a little bit.
No. And he sort of looks over his shoulder as you mention a discount, hoping that the old man didn't hear.
Not even if I gave you something in return?
Wink.
Well, I don't think that's a very appropriate suggestion. And no, we do not.
I'm sorry. What did
do
you think
those
I
sorts
was?
Of trades.
I'm sorry? What?
How dare you, sir?
What do I look like?
Someone who is very bad at haggling, ma'am.
You're the one over here assuming that I'm some kind of woman of the night.
I make no assumptions as to what sort of woman you are, other than cheap. Do you want the items or do you not?
Fine. I still think you owe. I still think you owe me an apology.
Oh.
And she pulls out the money and slams it on the counter. Here.
Thank you. And he snatches it up and gathers you your little shopping bag of items. And do come again, he says in a sort of nod.
Well, I was hoping to look at your weapons. If I could speak with the weaponsmith expert.
The old man can hear all this, and so he kind of walks up and he pushes the attendant aside and, don't mind him. He's just a green boy, doesn't know when to quit running his mouth. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, I have this disagreeable sort in my adventuring party, and he came across this cursed axe. It caused a whole debacle. You don't want to know about it. Anyways, we had to take it from him.
Alright.
We've gotten rid of it, but now he's being all surly and cranky because I took his weapon away. So, do you have anything you would recommend for him? He's kind of like the, outdoorsy, unkempt uncivilized type of person. Basically describing a barbarian.
Right. Well, not one shoe does not fit every man. It's truly hard to say.
Maybe like a silver-plated knuckle duster.
That could work.
That would be pretty good.
I don't think that
Brass
exists
knuckles.
in D&D. Does it?
I don't think so.
I don't know. You could just put it on and you just unarmed attacks.
Buff up your unarmed attack.
Yeah. Beating up
There isn't any
werewolves.
official items for it.
Yes.
But it's arguably
It's a
very
sensible
strong.
enough thing.
Yeah.
It's like little spike studs of silver.
Yeah.
Perhaps a morning star? That seems like it would do quite a bit of damage. Maximum tear per hit.
I don't know, because it was a hand axe that he was using.
Oh, we've got plenty of those on hand.
And how much are they?
For your trouble, 6 gold pieces.
I'll take 2.
Certainly.
So I'll just minus 12.
Provides you the axes for your friends who are still waiting back at the end.
Sleeping on the street like a bunch of bums.
Okay. All right. Well, I may be back with my friends if they decide to come and that they want to come and visit your shop.
Please do come again. We are always happy to have visitors.
For you,
Tournament.
anytime. And then she backs away and walks out.
Oh, but you weren't propositioning that guy. Okay. That's fine.
No.
No, outrageous. How dare you?
Anyways, as she walks over to the end, she goes, I'm never going by myself anywhere again. This dude thought I was a prostitute.
Exactly the kind of thing you come back and tell your friends.
Basically, just accusing me of trying to trade sexual favors for a discount. Anyways, and then she pulls out her packages and tosses 2 of them at Gleister and 1 of them at Nysa. What's her name, right? Nysa?
Nice.
I can't see people on this. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, Sister Nysa.
And then she pulls out
Very nice.
1 more package for Strahd and sets it on his lap. Here.
Are you like putting it gently, like throwing it? Because he is fast asleep.
He's throwing an axe at his lap area
Definitely-
as a man. That's a pretty big foul.
Definitely not throwing it. She kicks him in the leg. Hey, wake up.
No.
Trust me, you want to open your eyes for this.
I want to sleep more.
Fine, I guess I'll take these back to the blacksmith and sell them.
Sell what?
Well, I mean, if you don't want them, and then she starts to
got
take.
you a gift.
She starts to take him back.
Back up.
Starts to take him back.
Fixes his eyes, looks around, notices the axes. Axis?
My axe.
Oh. I kinda lost the drive for axes after my last one. They're cool,
Oh.
I guess.
You know what?
God damn it.
I am taking these back.
I mean, okay.
Derek, this is where we say thank you.
No, she takes him back. You heard him. He doesn't want him. I'm taking him back.
By this time, Gleiss has discovered what's in the package, and of course, tears are streaming down his face. And he tries to give Navarra like a big sobbing hug.
Suplex from the back.
He would not be difficult to avoid if you wanted to.
I mean, she's in the middle
like
of trying
duck.
to take. She's taking the axes back from Sturg, so I guess he hugs her.
Okay.
From, like,
He said, my dear friend, these are so
watching her.
amazing. They're exactly what I needed.
I know you.
Whenever I am playing with garbage and hitting it with hammers, I'm going to think of you, Navarra.
That's great.
He's
But
being
yeah,
very sincere, though.
I know you haven't shut up about them since.
She's like,
We
I'm
left the
traveling
general
with the
store.
weirdest people.
I appreciate your gifts.
Nope, too late.
I was saying this like Chester. Sir had an
does not
interest in
appreciate you.
axe. He had an interest in the axes when he was cursed by the axe. He has 2 hand axes still. He just doesn't use them. It was just the cursed axe that made him interested.
You already had 2 axes. I feel like I should have known
Yeah.
that before I bought 2
I just
axes.
never used them. I have 2
I
hand
would
axes.
gladly
I
take
have
2 axes,
4
by the way.
You
I
will?
have 4 javelins and I have a whip. I just will never use them.
You said
Oh, I remember he created a
Glacier's-
guy with a javelin once. That was pretty cool.
It's Glacier's birthday, apparently.
you said you would take them, Gleister?
Yes, please. I would really appreciate. I got they're short range, strength based ranged weapons. I could definitely make use of them.
By all means,
60 feet.
take them.
It's pretty long.
I don't want them. I bought them for him.
Yeah, 60 feet. That's not bad at all.
They were actually pretty cheap compared to that Tinker's tool. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, they're 50 GP, but they'll make it back because everybody give me your weapons and armor. I'm going to start fixing it up. I have these giant slashes in my plate mail from. Well, I got bit by a wolf at one point, got me real good, and then, but more notably, the hag slashed me open like a juice bag.
I thought you were gonna refer to me slicing your shoulder open.
Well, I did.
Oh no, yeah, you chopped me right in the shoulder from behind. I was prone on top of the dead body of the druid. Yeah, you got me pretty good too, bud. You added to the collection of things that I need to fix.
I did
No
tell
problem.
the blacksmith that we would be back if y'all wanted to go visit him after resting.
Yes, definitely.
And just quick.
While we're on the subject of equipment, can I just put one other thing in? Nysa.
No.
Yes.
I'm kidding, I'm sorry.
Can you use that silvered short sword that you have? Would you
I
consider
don't think-
lending it to Mallory?
I don't think that I got this silvered short sword. I think that I picked the silvered.
No,
crossbow.
that wasn't the one you picked. That was the one that you picked up as treasure in the death house.
No, we
Because
already
this is
gave.
when we had the.
We already gave a dagger to somebody. That silver dagger. I'm pretty sure that was Mallory.
Nope.
Yeah, I
Yes,
have the dagger.
I gave that Mallory my silver dagger that Sturg and I stole fair and square from those Vishanti. Okay.
I guess that I didn't realize that I had that, but yeah.
Ashanti?
Okay.
What's this boss
What are they called?
music?
Vastani.
Vistani, I'm sorry. I'm mistaking them from Doctor Strange, I think.
Did you say Ashanti?
No, I said.
Is that-
I think I said Vishanti.
Oh, okay, because like that's an artist. That's like a pop singer. And that
Oh no, that's not what I meant. But you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, that's where the dagger came from. She picked up the short sword because when we had the debate that came up with the crossbow bolts thing, she said like, "Oh no, I picked the short sword." But then I remembered, yeah, she got it at the death house. So Mallory, you could use that short sword. It would be an upgrade from that silver dagger, and then you can give it back to me because Sturg stole it from me as a symbol of his friendship. So it has sentimental value to me.
I'm sorry, but you
Yes.
had a short sword
Sturg,
this entire time that I
we're
could
all-
have been using.
Sturg, yeah, exactly.
I
Sturg,
didn't
we're
know. My
all
bad.
best friends.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know about that one, pal.
I think I missed that.
Okay.
Also, don't forget that you wanted to melt down the silver from your remaining bolts to silver the edge of the weapon.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
rapier.
I mean, if he gives me the dagger back, and you mention that idea, I will gladly throw it into the pot if there's not enough silver. Otherwise, because then it would
Yeah.
be like,
I don't-
Sturg
no,
stole it for you, and you
I-
hit Sturg in the face that one time. It was hilarious.
I feel
and he
like-
tackled him.
I feel like we should give the silver dagger to someone else. To either to silver one of their weapons or to use themselves, because every single one of us needs to have some kind of silver weapon.
What about the kids?
The kids.
Oh yeah, he does. That's green sword.
The kids are with Irina, I believe.
I think he's saying, what about do they also need weapons?
No, they're way too
Give them
young.
all your lives.
They're too young to be fighting anything.
We're here to
talking
protect
age.
them.
They're talking age. They can use a knife.
You know what? You don't get an opinion anymore.
Oh,
It's funny that you
Var's
mentioned
still
that.
raw.
If it wasn't for us,
Okay, you guys.
if it wasn't for us, you would have killed them.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I do know about that because you were attacking literally everyone who was around you.
Because you were trying to stop me from killing the guy.
No.
Yeah.
that is how it started.
The guy was dead.
You didn't know that.
Not when he was enraged or berserk. He was still alive, and then I think us killing him before he got the chance to made it all worse.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, would have kept going.
he would have kept going.
I know.
But we didn't know that. I don't know that. Just a little
Anyway,
rage, you know?
Regardless,
That's why we stop you. Done and over.
Regardless, he would have killed them. So he doesn't get an opinion when it comes to the kids.
I don't know that. I wouldn't kill kids.
And Navarra is like
Think?
whispering that, so she
You-
traumatize them.
You
Yeah,
didn't know what was
Irina has
happening,
them
sir.
like her hands over their heads. She's just, like holding them in tight to her robes. Don't listen, children.
So we're just gonna think and contemplating.
We saved you from yourself.
Yeah.
Elf.
So are we?
You bound me and dragged me in the dirt.
What are we
What?
doing? What are we doing here?
I just want to clarify, making sure that I have everything correct. I am handing the sword to who?
Mallory.
Mallory. Okay. I give my silver short sword to Mallory. Now, next thing. What exactly did you give me, Navarro? I just want to make sure so I can put it on my sheet.
Manacles.
Manacles.
Yes, they came in the Monster Hunter kit.
Actually, DM question.
Okay. So I'm just going to put those back in my
DM answer.
Is it possible for us to homebrew an item for Mallory, like brass knuckles but silvered?
Yes, there's absolutely no way you're getting that this session.
I know, but like
It would be
because-
something that was started, and I might have that for you next.
Yeah, because theoretically, brass knuckles would be more useful for a monk than a sword.
Yeah.
Yes.
To do additional damage on the unarmed for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
try and get the blacksmith to craft you something special and
Yeah. In that case,
Unique.
Navarro's going to suggest that to the group now, using the either the leftover crossbow bullets from Nyza's, so that Nyza can keep her sword, or
I'd rather keep my bolts because I do more ranged attacks.
that's true. Okay.
So yeah, I have no use for the short sword.
Then we could theoretically melt down the silver dagger and have him try to make some brass knuckles, maybe.
How much? And you have how many bolts left? You have 8, right?
No. I have. Yeah, I do have 8. Sorry.
How much silver would that make if we were to melt it down to coat a weapon? Like, how many weapons could we coat?
I don't know. We might have to go to the blacksmith. to
definitely
find
not
out.
more than one. We're talking arrowheads here, so these are small bits of silver.
These are crossbow
Right.
bolts, though. Are crossbows not fully metal?
no,
Oh.
No, just the tips.
just the tip.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought they were metal all the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but that's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah, just
It definitely is a small amount of silver, so you're gonna get like coating for a dagger.
okay. So I just wanted to make sure we at least had enough for like at least one weapon.
I am certain that a blacksmith would also keep some silver in stock.
Yeah, it's probably super expensive, though.
So I was asking for
GP.
something to be personally uniquely made.
Well,
So-
I dropped off some other items at another store to get appraised. So we'll see if we can afford all of this stuff, okay?
Okie dokie.
But she did say it was going to take a few hours. So.
Yeah, I don't have much to sell.
Oh, by the way, I'm patching things up. What do I roll for that?
With like your tinker tools.
Yes, with my tinker's tools. I'm starting with my armor, which I have started to take piece by piece off. So I've got like my whole arm off right now, and I'm fixing it up.
Is it metal armor? I feel like that should have been blacksmith tools.
So
You see, I'm not crafting it anew, and I'm not
that's
properly
true.
repairing.
That's true.
I am
It's
cobbling it
just
together. See, I have
it's been sliced through.
beat up plate mail, which is why I love it
Mhm.
so much because it suits me really well. And so, for instance, the big like 4 finger slash marks from the hag,
Mhm.
they're still going to be clearly visible. But I'm going to use like bits and bobs and various bits of scrap metal that I can salvage to patch the holes. Tinker's tools.
I think instead what you will be able to do with the tinker's tools is hammer it a little bit so that
Yeah.
the rip edges
Mhm.
come together. And so that visually you can still easily see the slashes. But if we're talking mechanically, they're kind of closed up because the metal pieces have been bound, like pushed back into their proper place. You know what I mean?
Sure, I'll take it.
Um, Otherwise you're gonna like need to heat up the metal and blah 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 and that. So I think that's the best of both worlds there. But it you're good to go.
I would assume I could also probably, sharpen weapons. That's not, advanced crafting.
I don't know because the handbook doesn't.
I don't know that it would come with a whetstone.
The old handbook doesn't really describe what comes in a tinker's tool, unfortunately.
It
No,
doesn't.
but it
says is
describes what
something
comes
like
in a
it
lot of
gives
the
you.
other tools.
Yeah.
The new
I will
handbook.
try to-
So here's what I'll have you do. I will have you roll it. But depending on what the roll is, there could be a chance that you damage your blade.
Okay.
Just because I don't think it's really the proper tools for this kind of sort of thing. But you can do something. You can pick up a rock off the ground and figure out a way how to use it a proper type of way. You know what I mean?
I guess the question then would be: is Gleister perceptive enough to know that there's a chance he could damage some blade by trying to do this shit?
Maybe we should just wait until we go to the blacksmith.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Maybe have the
And
professional
you can
do
figure
it.
that out. You can see the gears turning inside his head as he was looking at his sword with his new tinker's tools in his hands.
You're just like weighing
Literally-
them.
Literally just died energy.
Freak grabs your sleeve, Gleister, with his forefinger and thumb and yanks on it and says, Mister, I really gotta go.
Oh no.
What's it, buddy?
It's been a long time. We've been walking for a long time and been laying here for a long time, and I'm trying to be real patient, but I really gotta go.
Is there an house out here? What is this? Is this an
so
outhouse?
I pick up the boy and I say, Jarrell, watch my shit, and then I run off. Like, where's the privy? Oi! And I'm gonna look at anybody going by and say, where's the privy? This boy needs privy.
These are sheds.
Oh.
I mean, you can shit in the shed.
Can we both have a perception check?
Yeah, you can if you want to. I won't make you roll for it though. Just you are running rather down the street with this boy in your arms, definitely shaking him up, which is super helping his bladder problems. And because you are holding a child in your arms, it doesn't take quite as long for someone to stop and answer you. And they just kind of, point you across the street to some of the one of the shops that Navarro was just in, and one in there.
All right. I want to go in. I want to offer them the only money that I have in the world, which is this one piece of silver that I started with, to the person and say, please, can this child use your privy?
The old woman behind the counter is similarly blank with you and says, "Hello, what can I do for you?" As soon as you enter, and then you're brandishing this coin and saying, "Can the child use the bathroom? Help! It's an emergency." Uh, she holds her hand out for the silver piece and then jerks a limp thumb to the back and says, "Through the doorway beneath the stairs."
Okay. As we go on the way to there, is there a room or anything?
I do not have a map for this or anything like that. But it's just like a storeroom back there, and then there's a little cubby with a little bit of outhousery. There's very, very, very basic plumbing.
Right.
If you recall from Death House.
I guess I just am concerned that I don't want there to be a fluke man in the privy, and I was going to stick this
There you go.
bitch's
I drew you a privy.
There is nobody waiting to spring out and attack.
This is the front counter.
All right. So I don't need to do an investigation check?
You could definitely, you do a quick open the door and who's there, but it's just dark and a little dingy, a little musty.
This child gets... See, this is something. There's nothing.
Move a little closer. Move a little closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
I asked 21 for my perception check.
There is definitely no one waiting to attack you. And his little baby bum will be safe from thieves.
I drew a preview on the screen.
Then I'm gonna...
We appreciate that.
Guard the place.
What's happening?
He's going to the microphone on his headset.
Okay. He does his business, and he's not in there very long, thankfully. It's a very small room. There's pretty much nothing for him to get into. And then he comes back out, gives you a bright smile, and says, "Can we go do something else now?"
Yes, boy. It's funny that you mentioned that. Come with me.
Okay. And he grabs your hand and follows you happily. He's quite a bit less antsy now that he has done his potty.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back out to where the rest of them are assembled, and I want to check in with Marina and Myrtle, so it just doesn't seem like I disappeared with the child. And say me and the boy are going to take a walk.
You're echoing.
Yeah, I muted Drell for a sec.
Okay.
All right. If you think that's wise, do you need me and Myrtle to come along with you? I was hoping we could get to the church before long. I know you are waiting for the inn to open, but I don't think that we should linger too long without at least checking in there.
No, I understand. This won't take long.
Sorry, don't use your microphone.
All right. Well, we'll be here, I suppose. And she kind of looks at the rest of everybody for a bit of confirmation that they're not going to be going anywhere.
I mean, unless you want to go with to the church without them.
I really don't want to go without Freak. I was hoping to speak to
over my speakers.
to the priest while we were there about the children, and what was best for them.
Oh, it's fine. We can do our talk later there. Let's all do the church first.
Are you sure?
Yes. Actually, you all go on and have it without me. I'm gonna go work on a stupid side project.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, will you know how to find the church? I mean, I suppose it'll look like a church, won't it? That's silly. Well, don't be long. The children will be sad to leave without you.
We're all right there around there. Or where are we actually?
Are you going somewhere? You just said you were going somewhere else.
Well, yeah, but you guys are about to go in there, right?
No, this is the inn.
To the church. This is the inn that you are sitting outside of currently.
Oh, now they're both muted.
What's happening?
I have no idea.
You guys are just currently sitting in front of the inn right now. So you'll have to go down the road a little bit before you're able to get to the church. And so if you're going to go off, you guys will be splitting.
I think we should stay together for now and just go to church.
Well, and I won't stop him if he wants to go. Just don't take long. Like I said, I want to speak with the priest here about what to do with the children, and I don't want to have made a decision about what's best for them without giving you a chance to speak with them. So just don't be long.
Well,
is it important?
You tell me. Yeah, to Gleister it is. To actual anything that is important for this mission, not particularly, no.
What are you trying to do, Gleister?
I was just about to explain, and you could tell me how long this would take. He wants to use his Tinker's tools to cobble together a blunted toy sword and shield. That would have a good weight to it for training, and pass it on to Freak as part of his man-to-man speech.
He's making a mini glacier.
Yes, I will let you use it to do that. You'll have to like source some branches or something like that, you know.
Maybe a tree somewhere.
But there, yeah, I'm sure you could find something somewhere. And I'll have you roll to determine whether it ends up being dangerous or not.
Stabs his fucking sister's eye out by accident.
Yeah. So if you wanna make your roll, oh boy, what to roll?
Has no one come to like open the door yet? I've just been sitting here the whole time.
You tried to open the door when we first got there, but it was locked.
Yeah, but like
you said noon, so we're like trying to figure out like how long are we gonna be sitting on the doorstep.
Currently, you've probably been there for an hour and a half. Hours worth of short resting, plus Navarra's gallivant around town, and then talking for a while. Make a dexterity. No, make an intelligence check. With it's gonna ask you. It's gonna query you what attribute to use. So you can use intelligence. Okay. The tools are certainly again not correct for this job, but whilst they walk down the road and seek out the church, you will sit on the step a while and carve out a crude little wooden sort of stick into a sword, and you manage to smooth it enough so that there's a pretty low risk of splinters. And what you make the shield out of, I will leave up to you.
A trash can lid.
Well, I mean, I don't think we've got like an Oscar the Grouch style trash can anywhere here. I'm not sure what you will use it out of, but I'm sure you can come up with something.
I should have gotten a different kind of tool for him, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, he is the one who suggested the Tinker Tools, or requested the Tinker's Tools. I think he just needs a nice combination of a whole bunch of tools. He just needs to make a collection.
This music does not fit this situation.
Yeah, I feel like we're fighting a boss fight.
This is just the basic Strahd music, guys. It's dreary and sad.
It's very intense.
I can't make something for everything. Alright, so you do a pretty decent job on your little sword.
I was gonna break into the fucking tavern. Oh well.
Let's not break in then, because then you're gonna end up in the stocks, and we will probably end up in there with you because
the door was open. Okay, I was reverse engineering my way in.
Because the people would probably assume that we're just with you and equally as guilty because of it.
I'll just punch them.
No, I'm not trying to fight an entire town of crazy people.
Don't have to fight an entire town. Just knock out the first people that come.
I mean, I'm already traveling with one that we have to fight on a regular basis.
Regular basis is stretching it. At least this door is open.
It is unlocked. And you guys walk down the road, and this is very obviously a church from the outside, and it's slouching and very centuries old. It's very aged, made of stone. The church itself has a bulging steeple in the back, and the walls are lined with cracked, stained glass windows, which are probably the finest part of this building. And they all depict different visuals of pious saints. There is a fence of wrought iron that encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. And just like at the church in Barovia, there is a general thin mist that creeps along the ground on this outskirt of town. You push open the door, and as they creak open, the sound echoes through the solemn, hollowed space. And Irina follows with the children close behind. Each of your footsteps echo loudly around the room. At the very northeastern end of the church, you can see a priest who stands behind the pulpit, carefully jotting down notes by candlelight.
Where's Gleister?
He will join us in a moment. But I'll throw you on the map just for looking purposes.
Oh, he's not with us right now?
He is working on his little sword and shield at the moment.
I thought we were waiting.
I mean, unless you were waiting for him to do that, but I thought he was doing it when the kids had left. Is that correct? Am I understanding that situation properly?
I was going to, but I wasn't sure if everybody else wanted to wait.
Are we having microphone issues, gentlemen?
I think that's what he's doing.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I tried switching things up to help, and it's.
You sound better now.
Okay.
I was just clarifying that you were lagging behind a little bit to make this little gift. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Otherwise, you walk in, and Strahd, you clip-clop down this little center aisle. And you're not exactly being particularly stealthy, and so as you approach, the man looks up with a warm but curious expression. And he sets his quill aside and steps around the side of his pulpit, clasping his hands in front of him, and says, "Ah, welcome, travelers. You find yourselves In a house of the Morning Lord. How may I help you?
This feels very nostalgic. Do you have a son by any chance?
No, not of my blood.
None of your blood. Do you have a daughter?
No, no children of my body, unfortunately, but I do look after one of the altar boys here, after
Are
he
any of
was
these altar
orphaned.
boys in this church right now?
Strahd, not everybody has a son that's a vampire.
Hey man, I'm just making sure.
I'm not exactly sure why you ask.
It's better
No
if you
reason.
don't know.
Just stares at his head a bit too much.
The priest
around.
sort of scans the array of adventurers that you are, who are now like fanning out and milling about his church. And his gaze lingers on Irina with the children, and his smile falters slightly and seems to be replaced with some sort of recognition. And he says, you must be the one I received word of. I got a letter from Ismark Kolyanovich requesting sanctuary for his sister. You are most welcome here. This could be a place of safety, as he wished for you.
Strahd, stop it.
And he kind of gathers his hands, his robes in his hands, and approaches the group of you. And he offers, that sort of priestly handshake. That, like, pastors do, like the two-handed, like he grabs your hand and then he pops his hand over top of it. And he offers a handshake to each of you, and gentle little ones for Freak and Myrtle.
Denied. No thanks.
He doesn't seem to think twice about your declining of that offering, seeing as you were already being strange about asking about his children. But he turns to Irina, glancing at Nysa and Mallory, who stand around. Says, there is something I must tell you before I promise you this sanctuary.
Listening?
Until recently, this church was protected from the devil's depredations by a sacred relic. The bones of Saint Andrel, sealed in a crypt beneath the altar here. They shielded us, kept us safe, but now the church is vulnerable. And he gets sort of a guilty look on his face. A few nights ago, someone broke in and stole the bone. I was the only one who knew of their existence for many years, and the shame deepens on his face. About a month ago, I mentioned them to Yeska, the young altar boy who helps me here. He had been so frightened, and I hoped the knowledge of the bones would ease his fears. He rubs his temples briefly, as if to ease away the shame. After the bones were taken, I asked Yeska if he had told anyone else. Well, he nodded, but the boy refused to give me a name. That is no matter. I suspect it may have been Milivaj, the gravedigger, but Milivaj can be temperamental, and I've hesitated to confront him. Not to mention, he's been out sick a few days. He's a good lad, but troubled, certainly. And he looked at the door that you all entered from. I haven't reported the theft. The festival approaches, and I fear the news would send Vallaki into chaos, or cause little Milibaj more harm than is needed. But without the bones, the church, town, we are at great risk, and we can offer you no safety, dear lady.
Can you tell us more about the person these bones belong to?
Yes, he was a normal man, like any of us once were. But the power of doing good is, well, it is powerful. Very powerful. And having a string of virtue created Saint Andrel as we know him.
Saint Andrew?
Andrel, yes, he's who our church is named after. This church is called Saint Andrel's.
Oh. So not Lathander?
Well, the saints are not gods, of course.
Oh, right, of course. Sorry.
Do you know where this boy is? Maybe we can find who stole the bones.
Well, Milivaj, well, he spends most of his time at the orphanage when he's not working. If you are willing, perhaps you could stop by and look into it. The bones must be found before it is too late. Well, we have been safe for 100 years, but who knows what the real reason is. I choose to believe it is because of these bones, and not because of the festivals.
Did he say what the bones were St. Andrew's as well?
Did he say what?
Who's the bones belong to?
Andrel, the saint.
Andrel.
Okay, that's what I was missing. I was trying to get the connection. Navarre's gonna be like, yeah. Can you tell us about these festivals, by the way? What are they about?
Yeah. What did you mean by you hope that it was the bones and not the festivals?
Well, it could be either of them, for all I know, but the festivals have been in effect for all of my memory at this point. The Vlakoviches, the Burgomaster's family, they have enacted these festivals as a way to keep joy in the hearts of the Valakians. They say that unhappiness and despair is a conduit for Strahd to reach us and find us and enter our hearts.
Oh, you said his
And
name.
so, he didn't mean to. He didn't say that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I say. The devil.
I'm looking at my notes and the devil. It is a direct conduit for the devil to enter your heart. But how can you say that a festival is responsible for someone's happiness? How can you say that none of them are simply faking it in order to keep themselves from being thrown in the stocks?
Yeah, that's true. Everybody seems kind of miserable.
Yes, well, you've the right of it. And he sort of straightens up and turns a bit pink and looks towards the door again. But this is certainly not a topic that is appropriate for discussion. Please, pardon me. Did not mean to say such things. But certainly it is our great Burgomaster's ruling that is primarily responsible for our safety, but I know that I would feel far better if our bones were returned. At the very least, our ground would be hallowed.
I'd say that's an important first step.
Yep. I think we'll be paying the orphanage a little visit.
Irina speaks up then, with the hands of the children in her own hands. Speaking of this orphanage, we have these children. They are parentless. And while they are lovely and so sweet, and she sort of, gives each of their cheeks a soft caress, The road is not safe, and they cannot continue to travel with these good people. We must find some new place for them to reside. Is this orphanage a good place? Would they accept them there? And the priest, gives his kind little priestly smile to the children and nods his head. Oh yes, it's a fine enough place. There are plenty of children there to, keep them both company, and perhaps they could have some friends even. The headmistress, Miss Belasco, she's a hard woman, but she truly cares for those children, and she does her best to do right by them. I think that they would be safe there.
Navarra just looks over at Gleister.
I step back and whisper to Navarro, do we really want to leave the children in the hands of people who string them up in the middle of town square?
I'm kind of with you on that one.
We'll have to see this place at a minimum.
We have to go investigate anyways, so let's go see what this orphanage is about.
Yes.
I mean, if it's really nightmare worst case, yeah, no way. Like when we almost brought Lancelot home, and it was a nightmare. If it's anywhere near that bad, we're not gonna fuck with that shit.
Oh yeah, listen, we straight up hard we are not leaving Lancelot here.
If we help you with the bone situation, I do have questions that I would like to ask a holy man like yourself, for some guidance on our mission.
Whatever guidance I can offer, I'm happy to, child.
Yes, but it could be saved for a future conversation.
Yes, that might be for the best.
Before we leave, though, can we see where the bones were held? See if there is any clue as to who stole them? Anything that you may have missed?
Certainly, but it is quite difficult to move the pulpit. I will have to leave that to you. You look like a strong, capable, strange old man.
Stir, could you help me out a little bit?
Yes. Watching the guy the whole time.
As if you didn't kill the last one. What threat is he to you?
Mallory, please watch him.
Let's be real, you can't stop me!
I mean, I could.
We did.
Yeah, like
we will again.
10 times.
It's really entertaining to listen to.
No, fucking flip that shit.
Let's not. Just move it gently, please.
That's boring.
He just takes his hand and just tosses it over like a cat. Like a cat knocking a bottle off the table.
I'm gonna supervise. I can give you attention and also, prevent you from doing anything crazy to any holy people.
Am I hearing advantage?
What do you need advantage
for?
You just rolled a 21.
I want to roll 28.
You don't need to crit flip the freaking pulpit, dog.
I want to flip it.
You don't need to do that.
I'm pretty sure our characters wouldn't stop you.
I won't stop you, but I think that other people may, in fact, have something to say about that.
That was the other reason for me, finger quote, helping him. So if he tries to flip it and do crazy stuff, I will at least attempt to restrain him.
He's poised like a cat about to knock a cup over.
I just pat his arm. That's just not necessary. It's okay. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Oh no.
That's not even a crit. That's just a regular 20. That's a 28. That's not a crit.
I know. It's a 28. That's what I wanted.
Right, so he launches me into the air.
Yeah, we're going full cartoon, and he does like the uppercut, and you fly across the room.
Navarra just like sneaks up behind Strahd and says, "If you misbehave, I will stab you."
You stabbed me like at least 30 times.
I'll stab you again. Stop it.
You just rested, okay?
I'll just
Lyser
stab
sits up
you.
from the floor and says, "Hey, remember that time she tackled you to the ground?
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
Remember I ran
Remember that
past
time she
you and
kicked you in the
Mallory?
face? Man,
That
I
was
can't,
funny.
can't stop thinking about that."
You know,
Straight up tackled him.
After the fact, I like to think of it as that, what was that? Michelle Rodriguez, her signature move in all of her stunt movies where she, like, jumps up and, like, wraps her legs around their neck and then does, like, this weird, like, spin move and tackles them to the ground.
What?
Flips
them in the air.
WWE's him.
Yeah, something like
Straight
that.
up.
It's definitely moved, and moved with ease.
Okay.
You have to, like, counterbalance it to keep it from flying over, but the priest has grabbed his books and the cloth, the altar cloth, and so you scoot that aside, you scoot the stage aside, and there is a cavity below that is a covered crypt, essentially.
Okay. I am investigation.
Okay.
Is that what
Go
is
ahead.
that what I need?
Yep, go for it.
I jump down there.
Oh man.
You get jumped by another vampire boy locked in the
It's
cellar.
definitely dusty and musty in there. And it's hella empty.
Anybody else want to just take a look and double check?
Yeah.
It looks okay to me. Nothing left behind, but can somebody just double check this, make sure?
Looks fine.
Oh, shit.
Yes, Navarra.
I'll take a second look.
Common clutch.
Oh, the bar is already on.
Navarro races over and peers over to look inside this hole, and she reaches her hand down, not afraid to touch the area where there was once a rotting body. The rot is long gone. The time in which Andrel lived was long ago. There are also no bones. There is a distinct area in like the center running down this crypt where there's slightly less dust, and so you can assume that this is where the bones were.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing there. You search it high and low, and aside from being a cozy hole in the ground, that's all you got.
No clues leading to who would have taken it?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
None other than
Alrighty.
the priest's assumptions.
Okay.
Suspicions. There we go.
No graveyard dirt on the... No, I'm just kidding.
A single strand of hair.
She gets up. Well, I can't find anything, and I have really good eyes.
Okay, just making sure one more time. What is the name of the boy we are looking for?
What?
Milivage.
Milivage.
Nope, not Myrtle.
That was
Milivage.
intense music.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't see anything here. I think it's safe to say we will go check out the orphanage, find a safe place for the kids, and find Milivage.
Yep.
Everybody else object?
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Irina approaches as you guys are making this plan, and she says, if you don't mind, the three of us, we might stay here. I could use a bit of a bath, get this out of my hair, and be able to dress and be myself for a little while. And
No offense,
I don't.
but I would rather not leave you alone.
Indeed.
Yeah, he did say that it is no longer safe without those bones.
I think
you're right.
Yeah.
Is anybody willing to stay with her while we investigate the orphanage, just in case it's not safe for kids?
And it's. He said that the orphanage was fine. It should be no issue, and perhaps they have some sort of lavatory that I could use
And I'm sure
while we're there.
Plus, the kids would probably feel better with you there.
Yes, that's true. All right, forget I mentioned it. Let's be off then. And you all continue. The priest gives you some directions, and it's really a hop, skip, and a jump away from where you currently are. And so you walk a little bit, and as you approach, the streets do grow quieter, and the bustle of Valaki sort of fades into the background as you're now on the outskirts. You walk up the dirt road, and a wrought iron gate, slightly ajar, creaks as you all push it open and file within, and you see a modest 2-story building of weathered stone. The exterior is worn, but it is, sturdy. It's a hardy building, sort of like the church. There are dark, shuttered windows that pepper the wall as you approach. There is a small, overgrown garden surrounding the orphanage, and though the out of doors is quite neglected, everything's very overgrown, the bushes are like creeping up, and so that it would be difficult to open up shutters, things like that. There are still faint traces of children's play, worn paths through the long grass, and a few scattered weather-beaten toys in the dirt. And there's a front door ahead made of heavy oak, and above it, a weathered plaque reads, St. Andrew's Orphanage.
And this place where they lost their saint.
Yet nobody acts like a saint.
No, you're one to talk.
That was not a character! Anyway.
How am I supposed to know? You don't have an accent on this one.
I have like a sly one, okay? I go a bit serious. Tiny bit. Tiny bit.
I don't know. That comment sounded a little bit serious.
Being buried in a woman. Anyway.
You all approach.
I see children.
Stand before the front door.
You gonna knock, or do I just open the door, or?
Hey kids, open the door.
Kids do it.
Okay, there we go. I walk in.
Your face pops up in the window, but none of them seem to pay you any mind. Freaking
creepy
merry band of weirdos.
Hide the children! Bandits!
You open the door, Nysa, and you walk in, and the front hallway is, again, decently modest. It's nicely wood-paneled and dimly lit. The wooden floors are old and worn, and the steps of the main staircase, which is here going up, sag with age. And there is a rather large pile of children's shoes that lays at the western wall.
I mean, this place could use some work, but it seems okay so far.
I'll block this exit so they can't run away.
I knock on this door to see if there's anybody on the other side of it.
So they can't run away.
The door
exactly.
from the hallway leading into this room bears a plaque reading Headmistress Claudia Velasco.
Yes, that is who we are looking for.
But your knock is seemingly unanswered.
Okay, I'm gonna open it and peek in. Oh, I can't. Is it locked?
A lock, you say?
Reach for the door handle, and it shutters in your hand.
Are you
It
sure
does
you're
not
pulling
open.
properly?
What about this door?
Is this guy's name really Hedwig?
Is there anything on the wall around this door?
Nope. This door looks normal.
Okay,
It's the door.
I'm gonna open it and peek in.
Oh god.
The door opens, and you can see the orphanage's main living area, which features an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chests crammed with worn toys, and 2 dining tables surrounded by chairs. There are 2 young girls who crowd around a dollhouse. An older boy is pacing the room with a toddler on each hip as he bounces and tries to soothe them. Another girl and boy are playing a game of tag and chase each other around the furniture. And an older girl sits on the couch and is reading aloud to 3 gathered toddlers. The moment you've opened this door, it just becomes a den of chaos and noise, as though you've opened a dam. And both Freak and Myrtle are antsy as they tried to peer in through the doorframe.
Hi. Do any of you know where we can find your headmistress?
The girls at
I've
the
already just fucking sticking
dollhouse
like a
sort
spider.
of jump in surprise and scurry back. But when you ask for the headmistress, they point you to the door nearby.
Knock, knock.
Okay, thank you.
You hear a muffled voice from within. What is it? I'm busy trying to get lunch situated. You're not supposed to bother me, children.
I'm not a child.
We're not children. We're looking for the headmistress.
We do have children, though.
You can hear a sudden clang and clamor as though something's been dropped within, and then some very quick shuffled footsteps as she hurries over and pulls open the door. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting any visitors. Apologies. I thought you were one of the children asking me for the 15th time today for another snack.
No snacks needed
Oh.
right here.
Oh, wonderful. What can I do for you?
A couple of things. We're looking for somebody, and also we have a couple of children we would like to ask you some questions regarding their potentially joining your care.
Oh, well, I'm certainly happy to bring out the paperwork for the children. Do you have questions?
Well, we just want to make sure that this is a good fit for them. But I'm not really, any place to speak on their behalf. If you want to come with us somewhere more private, like your office, perhaps?
Certainly. I don't see these children with you.
They're in the hall.
All right. Certainly. Let us go and meet these children then. We always have a little bit of room for those souls who are in need, and we just had a few beds open up in the boys' room.
I whisper to Navara before she goes in there. Like when the lady walks away. You take a head on this. I'm going to, while she's distracted, talk to some of the kids.
Okay.
Whispered out of range. She cannot hear me. Sweet. And I also go up to Glacier and say the exact same thing. Do you want to come with me to talk to the kids, or would you like to go talk to the headmaster?
No, did you do I mean, this is out of character, but did you do an insight check?
Insight to what?
The headmistress.
To see if she's up to any mischief.
I did not. Should we?
Well,
I
I
feel
think you
like-
should.
I
I'm
feel
sorry,
like
but
she
you got the
hasn't-
best wisdom.
Well, she-
Lysa didn't go up there because he was staying with the children to try to reassure them,
I'm gonna
I was trusting your judgment on the old lady.
She hasn't said anything or done anything long enough to really do an insight check.
Yes, she seems normal at first glance.
I want to say Strahd
I feel
is
like-
nervous.
But
Nervous?
yeah, but the
Strahd
kids
is
look
nervous.
terrified. So there's that.
Yeah, the children look terrified. There's some fishiness going on with the
Out of character, I figured
I don't know
Can I
that
talk to
festival
any
with
one
the
of
regular
you?
children.
Out of character, I
In
figured.
private?
Out of character, I figured Gleister would want to sit in on the whole like interviewing thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm giving him the option.
He's stewing it over. Who can he? I guess Arena. He'll entrust the children to Arena. Yes, well, you already met her, so now she's just come down, and I'll introduce myself, and I'll say, how many of these kids are proper orphans with nobody ever coming for them?
Every single one, sir. It's a sad state, but I really do my very best to provide everything that I can for them, but I am only one woman.
All right, well,
You can't have all of them, Gleister.
freak. No, it's funny you say that. Yeah, I will have to come back for him. Yes, that makes sense. I'm only now able to convince myself that we could leave Freak and Myrtle here even temporarily, but only because exactly like you said, we're taking all. I'm taking all of them.
Oh my gosh.
I'll need to build a lot of swords and shields.
Oh my gosh.
Glacier's gonna
Becomes
have orphanage
Gleister's band
his
of
own.
merry men.
But yes, no. We're gonna come for Freak and Myrtle sooner, and they're gonna be just on my priority list. But I would only accept this as a temporary situation. And if you sell that to
whatever
me
you
and then
need.
it ends up being indefinite, then that's how it goes. He's got a short attention span, like a really excitable dog.
Well, that's a dismal thing to say, but we'd be happy to keep a good watch on them for as long as you need.
Hey, Jarrell, Mallory, could you come with me for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Just follow me.
Okay. You guys are going into to talk.
Yes.
I'll
No.
let you guys do that in
No.
private.
Me, Irina.
Do- Nysa to Navarra.
Yeah.
Not to Strahd.
Nysa is
Nysa-
you. You are Nysa.
Nysa doesn't even know what you're doing.
Irina takes the children's hands and says, "Come on, let's go see what story they're reading." Well,
Are you just gonna leave
the
me?
Mister.
Oh, Navarra's going in by herself? Okay.
Irina's going in with the children. No one is, and let's not forget she's armed.
I'm so confused.
No, I thought that Irina and the children were going in to talk to the headmistress. Because
Okay.
Irina's the one who wants to leave them there.
That's fair.
That's what I
Somebody
thought
else
was
take the
happening.
children.
I will take the children.
All right,
Nysa,
Nysa, if you would sit with them for a while, that would be
Absolutely.
helpful.
I'm sure that they would absolutely love to play with the children.
I'll be right back.
What's going on
Okay.
there, Sterg and Mallory?
Can I do a medicine check?
I'm just gonna shut this door.
Yes. Can you folks pop into the back alley? The three of you.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to that alley.
No, a Sturg, Jarrell, and Mallory.
I don't want to know. I don't even know what. I don't want to know.
I don't think you do. From what I briefly saw, no, you don't.
I feel like Gleister is gonna know anyway, out of character, because he's in the same room as Terrell.
Oh goodness gracious.
What is happening? Just give me a hint.
I'll message you. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm crying.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing
God.
funky is happening at all. Nothing strange. Nothing is amiss.
Yeah, everything is fine.
Miss Velasco goes to her waist where there's a key ring, and she jingles it a little bit as she unlocks the door and allows you all to walk in after her. Please, come in, sit down. I only have 2 chairs. I apologize. The office space is very modest. Pretty much just the desk, the fireplace, and then the bookshelves. Though the bookshelves appear to contain mostly official documents and volumes. Now,
I'm gonna do a perception roll to see if anything pops out to me real quick. Nope.
nothing strange. And Irina and Headmistress Velasco, they begin to talk about the kids, where they came from, the circumstances, what Irina wants for them, that sort of thing. And since they're 2 NPCs, please forgive me if I do not narrate that conversation. But that does go on for quite a bit of time. Do you stand there on guard, Navara, or for like the duration of the conversation, or?
Yeah, she's basically just kind of watching the lady to see if everything's on the up and up. Based off instincts, I guess.
Okay. Alright, then we will pause and come back to you 3 in a moment. Leister, what are you doing in the hallway?
I don't know where the kids got away from me. I'm still with the kids.
Okay, alright,
Listen,
you are the
Dirk
one
is
who's
in
with the
there.
kids.
Madman.
Definitely not staying. Alright.
Sturg is like kind of nervous for once. Very unnerved.
Sir, you're not having one of your moments, are you?
No, could you come with me?
I'm suspiciously.
You know what? I don't take no for an answer. He's gonna grab your arm and start dragging you.
Alright, I'm gonna resist you.
Okay.
I know
You
you'll
may
probably
try.
end up literally dragging me. We'll see.
The effort. Oh, you might beat me. I rolled horrible.
All of the children just watch this grown man drag another grown man across the floor against his will. But that does not happen.
Bastard, come here.
Yeah, Glacier, go ahead and go with Sturg. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna play with the children. I got the children. It's okay.
Stubborn, fucking strong bastard. Fucking no muscle, but God.
I just assumed that Sturg is still recovering from his beatdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's not his full self. Alright. Pretty much everyone's been in there now?
Leicester
I'll but
immediately
Navarra.
yells,
Yeah.
"Holy shit, is that child all right?"
Do I hear that?
No, I do not think that
Close
you
the
guys can hear
door.
that.
It's the first thing I did.
The
So
kids
hopefully
can.
You've walked in and you see this very sickly young man sleeping fitfully on the bed, tossing and turning. He's covered in sweat from head to toe, and you can see that he's flushed from a fever. And on his lips is blood mixed bile. His color of skin is yellowish, but at the same time, it's pale. Yellow tinged, but very deathly pale.
Does he appear like he's a person on his way into becoming a vampire?
Oh shit!
With the blood vial thing?
Make me
I think it's blood bile.
Yeah, like vomit and blood mixed together, I think is what she meant.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like sick. He's very
make
sick.
me a medicine check.
Medicine?
Or
You're
Arcana
all
check.
questioning
Medicine
me.
or Arcana,
Arcana.
you may choose.
Okay, Arcana sounds way better.
They all call me crazy when I ask for his kids. But no.
To be fair, you
Well,
have proven
I did.
yourself to be very unreliable, Stirring.
Why is it not doing my skill check?
I mean, you're still crazy.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Normal.
just verifying. The out of character. The kid is not dead, just very sick.
He is not dead. You could
X
tell
is
that
very
he was not
misleading.
dead. Well,
Okay.
Navarro was walking around outside, and I wanted her to see an issue versus a perfectly healthy child laying on the bed.
Oh.
Got it.
Well,
it.
yeah, because I was trying to check through all the windows, but I assumed there wasn't anything to see.
Well, I mean, you could have seen him if you walked past the window, so I had him as an X just in case you noticed him.
Oh,
Okay.
I did walk
You're-
through all the windows, but I didn't see anybody.
Oh well. You are very nervous as you approach his bedside, and though you want to know what's wrong with him, you're driven to help him, help as many people as you can. But you cannot fight the paternal instinct that says, what if this is contagious? What if you would get sick? What if you get your children now sick? And the preoccupation, it doesn't. You can't. You have no idea what's wrong with them.
I'm going to send a psychic message to Glacier to come and sit with kids.
Oh.
So that way they are not alone. So I can go into the room.
Okay. Well, as soon as I get that psychic message, he jolts immediately and stumbles into the bedpost, and then just looks around at everybody, and then without saying, stumbles up.
Do I care? Oh, okay.
Should I just put him out of his misery?
Poor Glacier. Poor Glacier is so shaken.
He goes out and he grabs both of the children in his arms and just scoops them up and doesn't tell them what's wrong.
He's got tears streaming down his face. Oh. Okay. I am going to investigate the child. Is it something that I can cure? Would you? We'll do a medicine for that.
Way better than I did.
She is the cleric.
You bring the shawl that you wear around your neck up over your face, to keep out all the bad germs naturally.
Yes.
And you lean next to him and you give him a very thorough examination, just without touching him too much. You don't really know what's going on yet. And you can't put a name to what's happening to him, but your examination tells you that whatever is wrong with him is both magical in nature and, because of that, not contagious.
Okay, so he is not contagious, but I do not know exactly what is wrong with him, but it is fueled by magic. Give me 1 second. Let me go through my spells. Let me see if I have something that might help him.
Has anybody got a detect magic or a divine sense? Something like that?
Nope.
Some wizard things.
I do have a
closer look
detect
at the blood
magic,
vial.
but I don't have it prepared. Is it part of my spells in my spell book? Give me 1 second, actually, because I don't have to have it prepared to use it if it's in my spell book.
Could I, while that's happening, investigate this? What's it called? Table?
Oh.
In front of me? Yeah.
Yeah. You take a look. You have a bucket there filled with tepid water, a sort of dingy cloth, some soap, a small cup of water. Sort of seems like materials someone would use to, nurse someone who is ill.
Do you think that if I healed him even with just a little bit, that he would wake up enough to talk to us?
I don't know. Oh, shit, right, sorry. No, I don't know. You could. You try it.
He looks to be like half elf-ish. You shouldn't have that much.
Man, I really wish that I would have had that prepared. I don't have the things that I need for my detect magic.
I'm not much of a spellcaster, but can clerics do their spells as rituals? I think
She has a book or something.
Yeah, my book does not have that.
The one we got from Death House?
Specific spell. Yes.
Is that a ritual spell?
I
think it is.
Detect magic?
Detect magic is a ritual spell, yes.
It's okay, so I technically could. Okay, I am.
Most detect spells are rituals.
I don't think you can cast it, though, because it's not prepared, even though it's a ritual, unfortunately.
It's a feat thing. Or a wizard thing, I guess.
So the next time...
Ritual casting cleric spell as a ritual, if that spell is a ritual tag, and you have that spell prepared. Well, shit.
I mean, you guys are likely to rest again at some point. You could always come back and take a look at him again, or...
If he doesn't die.
There is certainly more to be gleaned, most likely.
Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and try to heal him at least a little bit to see if he will wake up.
Maybe he's like cursed with the bones or something. That silly guy.
I mean, gravediggers back then used to get diseases just from the bodies all the time.
Yeah, it could be like mommy's rot.
Okay.
Where he just loses health for really long rest.
Try to heal him.
Damn, what a good roll.
It was a good roll.
That does nothing.
That's unfortunate.
Your magic envelops him and it seeps into his skin, but he does not seem to have any change.
Okay.
Can I try rousing him the good old-fashioned way with just some gentle shakes and maybe cloth to the forehead?
Yeah. Yeah. You grasp him by the shoulders and you give him a slight shake with
Start
no
screaming.
response. And so you shake him a bit harder and there's still no response. And now you're thrashing him around. But there's still no response. And his head flops dangerously on his neck.
God.
I was just trying to wake him up, but then I broke his neck.
That's how chiropractic got started.
Okay. So we need to come back and group up.
Oh, wait, never mind. That was Jarrell speaking.
Yeah. So we will come back. We'll just gently shut the door. And nothing happened.
Yeah.
We're just gonna. It's okay.
Hey,
Glacier,
Manchester. Yeah, let's leave.
Navarro still doesn't know anything about this, guys.
Yeah, you're still in there talking to the headmistress, correct?
Yeah, they're definitely going to be talking for quite a few minutes about the details. Irina's not just going to have a 2-minute conversation and leave the children there, so she's definitely
right. So how long are we here? Are we technically here for as long as a short rest takes?
Wait a minute.
No, you cannot have a short rest.
Well, that's okay.
You need to be doing nothing in order to have a short rest. You've been walking around investigating sleeping bodies.
Okay. I kneel down on the floor with Glacier with the children and just try to play with them.
You're playing with the dollhouse over here.
Okay, I'll help these girls play with the dollhouse. And I just gently ask how life is here and how much they like it. And if they have any concerns, I whisper this, of course.
Of course. They are pretty young, the two girls that you are sitting there playing with, and the gist of what you are able to make sense of from their toddler speak is that Miss Witch is not their favorite. And some of the older kids tell them stories about Miss Witch eating naughty children in her meals in order to get them to be good.
Oh. Okay.
What?
That is quite a story.
That is quite the story, indeed.
How many kids are here total? Is it just you guys?
You get varying answers from the children who all probably can't count very well.
Is there anybody missing?
But you are able to glean that there are between 10 and 15 children who live here.
Okay.
And they tell you about a boy.
A boy?
What? A boy named Cedric.
Oh,
Cedric.
never mind.
Okay. What happened to Cedric? Where is he at?
He was lying in the grass in the backyard, and Miss Belasco said that he was taking a nap, but that we couldn't go and talk to him or bother him, and she made us come inside, and we didn't see him anymore. She said that he went to a better place, which means that he probably has a mommy and daddy that came and got him.
Oh, okay. He was sleeping in the backyard. Okay, yeah, maybe his mommy and daddy did come for him. We're also looking for another little boy. What was his name? Milovaj? Is that how? We're looking for a little boy named Milovaj. Do you know anything about that?
Milovaj is real sick. We're not supposed to bother him either.
Oh no, he's sick. Do you know why he's sick?
No, he just got sick one day and then he was sicker. And then the door got closed. We weren't allowed to play with him anymore. We don't really like to play with him very much. Anyways, I mean, we do, but sometimes he gets a little cranky. But, yeah, he's just not feeling good.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that he gets better. Hopefully it'll be okay. Um, is there any other kids that you guys have concerns about? Or is it just those two boys?
Well, I don't think
It's
we're
okay. You can
supposed.
tell us.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about it, but 3 of the boys did run away.
Run away? How long was that ago?
Hasn't been very long. Maybe a month? Or maybe it was a week. How many days are in a month? How many days are in a week?
Roughly.
I don't know, but I feel like it's been a pretty long time.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you telling me. And I just very nonchalantly, this door should be shut. Just very sneakily break one of my sweet treats in half and hand it to both girls.
Give me a perception with advantage, please, Nisa, as well, while you're doing this.
Okay.
Oh. Getting mugged by kids.
Hey, have you guys not played Baldur's Gate? It happens.
It does. It does happen.
Navara, while they are talking, you leave the office and you head up the stairs. And you are arriving in the second floor hallway here. And there are 6 different doors, most of which are wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Only the single door at the north end of the hall is closed.
So
there's also a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room, and the hallway's only window on that southern wall is broken and boarded up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Glyce, you do the same thing, please.
I'll go to this one first. And test the doorknob.
The door knob turns without effort.
I can't open the door.
Oh, you can't?
There we go.
That's weird.
Peek my head in.
Yeah, you open the door, and this room is a nursery that contains 3 cribs, a chest of drawers, excuse me, I'm so sorry, and an old stuffed chair. 2 babies are sleeping peacefully in 2 of the cribs, and a teenage girl holds the 3rd baby and gently hums some unknown, unnamed lullaby, while another girl sits on the floor next to her and reads quietly.
Okay, nothing unusual there.
Give me a perception roll.
Nope.
Unfortunately, no. Notice nothing.
And they don't notice me?
They look up and they give you a strange look, but if you've ever had to get a bunch of babies to sleep, they make no noise whatsoever.
Okay, and then I go over here and this is boarded up, right?
This window here is, yes, which means you shouldn't be able to see out of that.
Yeah. Okay, can I reach the hatch
think that you would need to jump. Give me a second. You can probably jump up to 15 feet, I think it is. I don't think that these ceilings are 15 feet high. So yeah, you can probably jump up and grab it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like, when I jump up, I'm gonna try and like hang onto it so that it like gently brings me back down to the floor, so I don't like make a huge noise when I come down.
Give me a stealth roll.
Oof. That was almost a 3.
Okay. That would have been funny. You jump deftly, holding your gear in place so that it doesn't rattle, and you grasp the pull down cord, and you land on your feet gently, light as a cat, and there's now a gaping hole in the ceiling.
I'm gonna go up there.
All right, you will be holding for another moment.
Okay.
Nysa and Glacier.
Yes.
You both. Yes, and yours was good. You both, as you are sitting there playing with your various children, you notice that Nysa, one of the little girls playing with the dollhouse, has a series of splotchy bruises up and down her arms. And Gleister, you notice that the older girl who is reading the story on this couch is sort of leaning forward with a grimace every now and again, every few minutes, and rubbing at her lower back.
Abusive headmistress.
I point to the little girl and softly say, do you want to tell me how you got all of these bruises?
Her eyes follow your point, and oh no, I just woke up one morning and arm hurted real bad, and then later that day I had those marks on my arm, and then I wake up and then sometimes I have more marks on my arm, and then it just hurts.
Did they already accept the treat that I tried to give them, or did
Definitely. There is various amount of sticky substances on their fingers.
Okay, I don't have anything else to bribe them with.
If you want to roll insight, I'll allow it. See if the kid's trying to lie to you or something, or like is giving you a script or something like that.
Okay, I can take insight.
As abused children are wont to do.
Hey.
Great.
This child's head is empty. She truly has no idea, and she's small. She's a child, but it definitely does hurt her, and you think that it probably scares her a little bit in the way that she talks.
But she has no memory of how it happened.
No idea how it happened.
I'm gonna say it's a haunting.
A mental
ghost swimming around.
Yeah, my psychic mind, I'm gonna say to Glacier, I don't think that these kids are safe with the headmistress. I think that I want to talk to her, to kind of see what kind of person she is. Maybe it's the headmistress, or maybe it's something in the house.
It's a spectral presence. For whatever reason, his first instinct is to believe it's ghosts. These ghosts are abusing these children. Obviously, the old lady is much more plausible, but there's the weird thing of how do they not know?
Yeah, they have no memory. Okay, I pat the little girl on the hand and thank her for letting me play dolls with her, and I get up and...
Well, I'm gonna inquire the child that I saw sitting on the couch and see if she tells me the same thing. Girl, what did you do to your back?
Girl,
explain
yourself.
You there.
I don't know. I can't really see back there, but just been hurting.
Yeah, I want to remove my gauntlets and ask her permission to inspect.
Absolutely. She sets down the book and she scoots to the edge of the couch and she allows you to lift up the very hem of her shirt, and right at the lower end of her back is a red, irritated, and distinctly inhuman bite mark.
Oh God! Oh Jesus! Medicine check.
Oh.
Sister Nysa! Sister Nysa! Yes, he does not react to this calmly. So, Sister Nysa, you do hear Gleister shouting.
From the other room.
Yep, I just quickly come back in and shut the door. Just stop your shouting. I'm here. I hear you. What's going on?
Something been biting this child.
Something been biting her.
Biting. Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Doesn't that look like a bite mark to you? Can you
Does
identify this malady?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Stealing an old woman's underwear. I just want to say I've been sitting in here rummaging through this locker for a while.
When did you say you were rummaging through a locker?
Yeah, he put it in the chat.
Like a while
I'm
ago.
running 3 separate scenes right now, man.
Yeah,
You gotta say it out loud. I didn't see that shit.
I found it interesting. I guess I just found clothing, maybe some
Wait.
panties.
Did Strahd find any spooky demon worship stuff?
As I was looking for.
Did you find? I don't care, but did you find any clues about child abusing ghosts?
Okay, all right. I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
Strahd. I totally did not see that. You should have said something.
No, it's fine. I just assumed like I'm a really bad searcher. God, I'm just finding clothes.
But you are turning that bitch upside down.
Yeah, I am.
Very
all right.
stealthily, might I add.
So
Yeah.
when you walk in this room, definitely not like a half an hour ago.
Folding.
Uh,
Yeah, neatly folding
While
clothes.
modest in broad standards, the bedroom itself is quite nice compared to the rest of the orphanage. The quarters are spotless and very meticulously organized. You've just got, this basic bed, the wardrobe, the chest of drawers, which is what you're standing in front of, which does in fact just hold a lot of clothes. And there is also a table with 2 books resting here.
I don't know if I can read, but I'll just take a look at the covers and then leave.
Do you have an 8 intelligence?
I do. Barely.
Then you're fine. You can read.
And you were so indignant. You were so indignant when I accused you of being illiterate in the first session.
Hey, man.
You were like, how dare you? Just because I'm a barbarian, you think I'm illiterate?
You are.
I mean, Nysa was slinging some pretty hurtful shit about barbarians a little bit ago, so they're big, uncivilized, and hairy, and smelly, and.
But hey, I did
No,
that in
like
Baldur's
that.
Gate, and not in this session.
I think that was me though.
No,
Isn't that what I said, Navarra?
You said nice.
no, you said Nysa.
Bruh. What? Okay,
Because
that's
saying
Paige's
that.
fault. She kept doing that.
I was talking about ogres and what was it? Ogres and giants while we were playing Baldur's
Being
Gate earlier.
racist.
Yeah.
She said the same thing though when she was at the blacksmith trying to get those hand axes for Sturg. She's like, yeah, super smelly, uncivilized, barely human.
That wasn't really about like. I mean, I guess I did say basically barbarian, but
I guess I did say that. Maybe I did.
Specifically, Sturg is those things.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the covers are not interesting.
Well, I suppose that depends on what you decide is interesting. They are both titled. The first one is called Toxic Parenting, The Hurtful Legacy of Corporal Punishment.
Red
The
flag
second is called Beyond the Morning Lord's Sight.
Red flag.
I'm just gonna take both of those. I'm just gonna take both of those with me now.
Okay.
I'm gonna come in here. I'm just gonna. Where's that literate person? There she is. Hand you both those books. Give you a tap on the shoulder. Have fun. I'm reading that.
Where did you
Thank you.
find this book, Strahd?
Yeah.
Oi.
That corpse threw me off.
Corpse.
In the middle of me
Cool.
examining the child, he just
throws the books
them in
at
my
you.
face.
Catch. Do you thumb through either of them? Or do you leave that for a later moment?
I put them down while I examine the child.
The kids steal the book while you're not looking.
I put them on the table, like right in front of me.
We are inspecting the bite wound.
Yes.
With that 22, is that correct?
Correct.
Unfortunately, you know a lot of what these bites aren't made by, but it's difficult for you to determine exactly
So it's
what
just
did
like
make it. But it is
like
definitely
normal
nothing human. Nothing
Oh,
human
God.
left this bite.
Just say the word and I'll kill her. I've done
Did
it
they
before. I'll do it again.
look like
I just
classic
glance up at Strahd.
hole?
Like,
I think Strahd just wants to murder
Looks like
people.
classic what?
Well, you know, the classic vampire bite with just two perfectly symmetrical holes.
yeah.
It
So
does not
is it at
look
least
like that.
Okay.
is it at least like a bestial bite, or is it like could it be maybe an animal bite as well, or like it most
No.
definitely is like of magical properties?
It is certainly nothing you've encountered before, and you've had your fair share of dog bites, wolf bites, bear attacks, that sort of thing.
Right. Okay.
I'm about to pee my pants, you guys. I need like 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
While she's gone.
Yeah.
Tricky little lady.
Out of character, has Strahd investigated the possible dead body in the backyard that the child was talking about?
I was thinking about it, but I was busy looking for panties.
Oh yeah, okay. It was panty raid.
Out of character,
Yeah,
I
I found
walked
two books.
back there to the backyard.
Okay.
Like literally when we first got here, I went through around the entire house and I did not see a dead body. I saw 2 kids. And that was it. And one of them was one of them was named Hedwig and the other one was named something else.
Okay.
Not Cedric though.
We have not found
really a
Cedric.
Hedwig.
Well, they said that Cedric was the one that was laying in the backyard, correct? Or was that another kid? Because she was
They
talking
did say
about
that. They
Cedric.
also said they didn't see him for a long time.
Okay, so he was laying in the backyard, and then they didn't see him for a long time. Okay, so that was.
They didn't say the backyard either. They said the yard, I think. Unless I did
Oh.
say the backyard, in which case that's
I'm pretty sure you said the backyard, but I also could be wrong.
the tapes will tell.
You know, basically since we're backtracking and because my character did walk around the perimeter of the house.
I saw you do it.
What did I see in the backyard? Anything?
There was not a dead body. There were 2 older girls sitting at a tub of water.
Okay.
Were they drowning a kid? Just a kid in that water?
No, they weren't drowning anybody.
Just you're lucky to think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a missing kid, and then she said that 3 kids ran away.
She also said that she ate people.
Yeah, and that she ate evil children, or naughty children, and they call her the witch.
Taking all these kids' words for it.
Sounding familiar there.
Well, I mean, obviously, the eating of the children is
very haggy.
Could be just the kids playing around and telling stories and making their own imagination about what happened. But I also am inclined to believe small children when they say random things like, "Oh yeah, we saw him taking a nap in the backyard, and then he disappeared." So
Plus,
that part, I
she's
believe.
cannibal.
Plus the mysterious bite wound, but it's not human.
All in the various bruises and the very, very sick child that is locked away and was never mentioned before.
And the books.
And the corporal punishment books. So now that I am done with
plus the Beyond the Morning Warlord's Light, that sounds kind of,
Yeah. I'm
What
going
if-
to.
Just to be clear, you've not looked inside either of these
No.
books.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
no idea what the contents are.
Well,
You're
we're
judging
just
it by its cover.
Yeah, we're just looking at the cover. So, I just say to Glacier, I'm not quite sure what left these bites, and none of the children have any recollection as to how any of these injuries happened. Um, so I am going to look into these two books that were just handed to me so gracefully by Sturg. And I will let you know if I find anything of relevance. And then I
Out of-
am going to go sit in this corner right here in this chair. And I am going to flip through the Morning Lord's book first.
Please avail
Okay,
me of
you
what languages you
want some hand?
speak.
You read good.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
This is Drell.
Damn it!
and
I tried.
I know it's good. We're lighting up the same Discord thing and everything. When Sister Nisa is going over the wound and how it doesn't look human, I want to see if my arcane knowledge gets any sparks of what might have caused this wound.
To be fair, on y'all's phone, you both sound very similar.
You really do. You totally do.
Yeah, very much.
Y'all could be twins, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Goblin? You know
Gleister.
Goblin? That's such a weird language to know.
Why are you judging, man? We love Goblin. You never know.
This is unlike anything you've ever seen before either. This is definitely nothing good. It's something nasty.
Did we even check if an other kid that's sick has a similar bite mark? If this is like a fucking infection thing she does on purpose? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, we did not investigate the child any further than that he was very, very sick.
But she also had a really, she did like a really good medicine roll. I think she would have seen a bite mark.
Also true.
Ask for it.
Yeah.
Didn't turn her body around.
Also true.
Oh, I didn't specify that I was investigating like every inch of the child, just to see if I knew what kind of infection he had, or at least to make sure that he wasn't infectious.
Well,
Oh my
I'm
God,
gonna
old lady.
shut up because I'm actually
You're
on the different
just-
floor.
You're just murder happy, Sturg. Hush your face. Give me a history check, Nisa.
She's evil!
Everyone's evil to you. That old priest was evil. He wanted his son to live.
Hey man, you should have healed him that many times.
He stopped us from righting the wrongs of injustice. That was his crime.
All right, so you thumb through Beyond the Morning Lord's Sight, and it's a pretty thin book, and it details the basics of demons and demon worship, including the barest basics of abyssal and infernal languages.
I know those.
Oh, I have a pistol.
Do you want to look at the book?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I hand the book over, and while he's doing that, I look through the other book.
All right, make that same history check, please.
Yes.
Not Nisa. The not
Oh, okay.
Gleister.
Drell.
History.
History, please.
Wow.
No,
This whole time, oh,
Wait, no, that's
It's
using
not.
Gleister's. You need
No,
to
it
use.
just shows up like that.
Yeah,
Still
he
not
just.
one.
Well,
yeah,
but you
it's
might
like
have
that.
You should have a higher modifier, right?
It's still
No,
not
he
one.
is, but because they're logged in on Gleister's account, it's gonna show up like that. Just like if I were to roll off of Gleister's sheet right now, it's gonna show up as
damn.
Oh, so he only
Yeah.
has a +2 in his history.
correct.
will be.
Focus, charisma, and constitution.
I will give up my inspiration to have him reroll.
All right,
Oh,
solid.
goodness.
Do it up.
We need the
Alright.
information of this. We need the information of this book, man.
Man, you could save it for like an attack. You kill
Jesus
someone.
Christ.
I doubled it.
Come on.
Well, there's no help
my
for that
roll
one.
anyway. I doubled my roll.
Does he at least?
Huh?
Is he at least able to read the abyssal languages or whatever that's in it?
Yeah, definitely. But he
No,
knows
sir,
just as
so-
much as Nysa does.
Mm.
Unfortunately.
Demon.
So many
Alrighty.
vibes in this
Well,
place.
I'm just gonna.
Technically, Gleister has Abyssal too.
If you'd like to hand it
If
off
that
to
dum
try
dum
to
could
check some
take
critical trauma.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Nysa, the book that you are looking at, the Toxic Parenting book, it details several abusive practices in parenting children and their negative effects.
Fuck.
No, that sounds good actually.
Like, yeah, like
Negative effects.
negative
No.
effect, like you shouldn't do it.
But no,
Yes,
she's not doing
it's-
like in the reverse, it seems.
What things are the most hurtful? Let me do those. Yeah, go ahead and Gleister, make your history roll as well.
She might have been researching it because of like
Whack.
kids who were
Wow,
were
dudes.
Jesus Christ, bro.
kids who were abused from their previous homes or something.
Could be.
So
This is
with
forbidden
that critical failure, what I actually do is just make up a story verbatim on the spot and just completely I can't read shit of this. Like somehow I learned the language from my background, the haunted one. But yeah, instead I just like make up an entertaining story for the children and pretend it's what's in the book.
Can I hang on to the book and try again, like while we're in the middle of a long rest, like when I actually have a minute to sit down and study it and take my time?
You don't think the lady's
Sure.
gonna notice that her book is missing?
She can
She
cry
doesn't
about it,
have
but
to
I'll
know
be there.
that until afterwards, and she doesn't have to know that we took it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not like you're the only visitors they've had in ages, but yeah.
And just,
What if she
and
blames the kids and beats the kids harder?
I don't think she's the one beating the kids. I think that,
do.
Well, that was a quick 180. This
so,
lady's
okay.
evil. I don't actually think she's bad.
Well, so no, she is summoning demons, but I don't think that she necessarily is the ones beating the children. I think that the poor children are in just unfortunate collateral damage of her and her summoning issues.
Speaking of
Okay, so she's not firing the
But
gun,
again-
so it's not her fault.
speaking
But
of
again,
demons,
we didn't find any any proof so far right now at this point that she actually is summoning demons. She just has a book and we're making assumptions because
Speaking
we
of
don't
proof-
know the specifics of the book anyways.
speaking of proof, what do I find?
What you find when you crawl up into the attic. Why can't I move your token?
Because
You're the one in the attic.
well, I was sneaking around trying to find dirt.
There we go.
Like everybody else.
There's a bird
You
outside,
climb
you
up,
silly goose.
and the attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
There are a few piles of random clutter, but nothing much of significance. And at the far end of the room, by the attic's only window, is a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light. And dun dun dun, that's gonna be the end of session.
It's a dead
Well, that's not creepy at all.
It's not creepy at all.
Not at all.
I kind of knew that there was going to be something weird up here because you were like, okay, you're going to pause there for a little bit.
Well, I mean, you're 2 floors ahead of them, and they're having like some crisis conversations down below. So
yeah.
I had to really choose what sort of economy I was focusing on there, and the information seems to be slightly important.
I don't
Plus,
know,
it took you a while to look through all those rooms.
Just the way
Although
you
you didn't
said
really
it,
look
though,
at them.
made it sound like there's going to be trouble up here and you don't want to be without the rest of your
Oh,
party.
I used the foreboding DM voice.
Yes.
Sorry.
Dun dun dun.
All right.
He
So
kind of reminded me, like when I saw that kid over there, he kind of reminded me of that dummy from Goosebumps, Slappy or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Slappy.
well, we'll see what his purpose is and what threat he does or does not pose to you next time on Curse of Strahd.
All
Just
right.
stab him if he does
Yeah.
something funny.
You
Well,
have a nice flight